So hey what's up guys, and welcome back to the brand new F1 career mode on the channel. So this is going to be episode number 4. This is the Russian Grand Prix. I've already done practice and we've been given a new rival for the season. So it's going to be Valtteri Bottas, who we are actually rivaling for the championship at the top of the table so far. After a pretty lucky start to the season, I must say. After a poor race last time, we managed to get a decent result out of it. So we've put on the new MGUH. Got the new MGUK. I've used the old parts for practice, but nonetheless, let's get into the career mode, the next race. But before I do that, I've just gone into the R&D and I've got to choose the next part. I mean, I can do this major upgrade, but it's for fuel consumption, which is not what I want to focus our development on. I didn't realise, just focus on it as a major upgrade, but I'm going to actually go into this and put a new engine power part onto it. Which will be what give us that much of an upgrade, so a pretty decent upgrade. We'll develop that and it will come at Monaco. So I've got 500 points, so hopefully in 2 weeks time we can, well 2 races time, we can put on a new crankshaft as well after that, which will be pretty good. But let's get into qualifying them. Right, so here we are then. Let's go out on track. Let's do this lap. So come around the final corner then, as always. See how we do on the straight. We're going to be down on power compared to our rivals, Mercedes and Ferrari, and also Force India. They seem to be a rival at the minute, depending on the track, and also Williams. Come to turn 1. Doing pretty okay there. Lost a bit of time in the braking zone. We're just struggling with power through this first sector. Okay, we'll drop down to 7th place. Not too bad, but do just got to concentrate on this lap. So probably stop talking for a bit. Bottas is leading the way. He's looking strong this year. Right. Back on a straight again. We're down in P8, which is pretty poor. Just lacking that straight line speed. Oh, I messed that up. Right, around the final few corners, put the power down nice and early. Oh, we managed to scrape 7th place there. Pretty unfortunate result, but I mean, it's not too bad. We're right up there, really. Anything can happen, but we're not going to be on the back of our rival. I mean, we've been out qualified by our teammate by over half a second. That is pretty poor then. But nonetheless, let's get into the race. Right, so here we are then for the Grand Prix, the race, the main event here. What I've done is I've added a bit of front wing on. Look on, instead of 3.3, I've put it to 4.3. See if we get a bit more front end grip. But we're off for the start then. Pretty stable start then. See if we can maintain a top 10 position as we go into turn 1, but I want to get that inside line, but we're not able to. Pumping that brake pedal, trying to avoid a lock-up, so we're stuck behind Ocon and Hulkenberg as they battle into the next corner. This is not what we want. Maybe we'll be able to go around the outside of them. No, not going to work. Oh, gained a bit of time and a bit of speed through there. Up the inside of both of them. That was lovely stuff there. So we're locking up there. Got to be careful on the brakes. Lots of understeer. Definitely feeling lots of understeer. Again, Perez is doing well for Force India here. Wouldn't really expect that in these wet conditions though, because they are lacking a bit of downforce. So our teammate Ricciardo is just ahead of us. So maybe he will be lining Perez up for a move. But I'm just going to see how we do on this opening lap. want to set ourselves up nicely for this race. It's going to be a long race here. 13 laps here at Russia in the wet. I mean, hopefully it's going to get drier. Hopefully the conditions get a little easier. But I highly doubt it. Look at that oversteer through there. Really don't enjoy wet races. But we are actually sort of catching up to our teammate. I think he's losing a bit of time stuck in behind Perez. Right, as we come on the straight then. See if we can use a bit of rich mix, help us on the straight. See if we can make a move up the inside. At the end of here, we got a very long straight to slipstream all the way down. And we're going to go to the inside there. Not letting him bully us out of the inside line. Come up the inside of our teammate then. Take the racing line, squeeze him out. There we go. Job done on Daniel Ricciardo. So next up is going to be Perez. We've got to catch back up to him. So I had to half throttle around there, or else I'd have understeered off the track. Oh, so close hitting that wall then. Struggle with that section of corners here in the wet, but the rest of the lap seemed okay. We seemed to gain on Ricciardo on the opening lap. So again, this is on 100 difficulty. There is 110, but gonna keep it on 100 for now. Best suited to my ability, I think, right now. Let's see if we can catch up to Perez then. This is the second lap, so starting to get a bit more of a feel of what the conditions are like. And hopefully they will improve. We'll have to come whack it into Rich. Give us a bit more top end speed as we come down here. We're going to need it. There's this heavy braking zone there. The opening part of the lap we struggle with, but then the rest of the lap seemed to be okay. Coming through this chicane, very cautious on the power. Whoa. Get away with it, correcting an oversteer. Oh, we're locked up there. Get it back on the track. That's not going to allow us to set up a move on Perez. In fact, I think Ricciardo caught up to us there because of that mistake there. But we're starting to find a bit of pace now, and we're actually losing time starting behind Perez. Oh, look at that corner cut there. Whoa. Just going so slow. Cannot see a thing. Oh, Perez ducks out of the way. We're going to go to the inside line. Going to be the inside for the next corner. Careful not to lock up. Coming into there. Oh, a bit of contact. Bit of wheel spin. Look at that oversteer there. Job done on Perez though. Look at that. Really had to fight for that position. Next up is Lewis Hamilton, who has had. So 10 minutes of the rain. Which is about what? Say 2 minutes as a lap, so it's 5 laps, but it's not quite. So 7 laps maybe. So the last few laps we might have to make a choice whether we want to pit for fresh slick tyres towards the end of the race. That is going to be a tough call with only a few laps left probably. But as soon as the track dries up, these inters are going to be no good and you're going to lose so much time. You're going to struggle to drive the car. So all about the power delivery out of this corner then. All about the traction we get. A little bit of over revving there, but we get away with it. Right, you see we've actually lost a second. Sat behind Hamilton this time, but this time we are much closer. He's just going to have to pull, isn't he? He's just going to have to pull out. Oh, he gives us a bit of a rub in there. Cut you off there. Right, use that rich mix then. Vettel is next. Oh, you can see he's struggling. Oh, oversteer there. A snap of oversteer. We almost lost control there. What the hell was happening then?
Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Right, so that engineer is telling us that Raikkonen has a problem with the car. Another mechanical problem for Ferrari. And we've caught up to the back of Vettel now, so I don't think we're going to be able to do anything in the first corner, although we're actually gaining on quite a lot. We're gaining on quite a lot. The Mercedes is a lot more powerful than the Ferrari, and you can see as we were catching at the end of that straight there, and Vettel just gave way and we get oversteer. So Kimi has mechanical problems. Vettel, I don't know what sort of problems he had into turn 1 there, and he just outbraked himself, I think. And maybe we put a bit of pressure on him and made a mistake, but that allowed us through. Took a very tight line and we got through on Vettel. Okay, so it stopped raining. Stopped raining. It's going to dry real quick. Do I risk it in pit now? Let's keep an eye on temperatures. Let's see if Bottas pits. Raikkonen's struggling. You can see his car twitching. He's got mechanical problems anyway. But it's just whether it's one lap too early. It's definitely, we're definitely gonna have to switch at some point. Whoa, Kimi! He tries to come at us up the inside there. What is he doing? What is he doing? So as we come up to the back of Kimi, we go to the outside, which will then become the inside. But he went to turn in way too early. He didn't see us, and he had to back out of it. And now he's in behind Vettel. Right, let's see if Bottas pits. I really don't know whether there's too much standing water. Oh, I almost dived it in the pits then. Everyone else is staying out. I think it might have been beneficial if we'd have pitted. But let's use up some rich mix. It's still pretty wet. I'm going to pit on the next lap, I think. So as we're coming around the final few corners here, getting a bit sideways there. It wasn't meant to be. Bottas is right there. He got held up in traffic, which allowed us to catch up. But it wasn't meant to be. Second place though, a brilliant finish. Ahead of the Ferraris as well, which is crucial for the constructors, and hopefully our development, our R&D, hope we get some decent points from that. But there we go. Bottas wins to extend his lead in the championship. We're on the podium once again, second place. So really good, really good start to the season. Actually, I wasn't expecting this good of a start. We've been very fortunate with Ferrari's problems, and then our wet race pace here in Russia. So hopefully we'll get back to that top step and hopefully retain our drivers' championship. But Bottas for now is extending his lead. So let's see how the standings have lined up. Right, so here's the race results. You can see the top three there, and Hamilton fourth. He's not done very well. Raikkonen dropped to fifth with his mechanical problems. Force India, Perez. So Force India on the rise. I mean, Ocon's in eighth as well. Our teammate struggled a bit today in the wet pace. He didn't have our pace, which we managed to find during the race. We didn't have it in practice or qualifying. McLaren's, hopefully we'll see them return to the top 10. Obviously we won the championship with them last season, but we did have the mod, and we had one DNF from Charles Leclerc. So let's see the standings then. We are now 16 points behind the Mercedes of Bottas, but we are ahead, crucially, of both Ferraris, which has been very fortunate for us. They've had quite a few mechanical issues. Vettel's jumped Ricciardo. Ricciardo's down in 5th. Perez is in 6th, but you can expect Lewis Hamilton to rise up the ranks. So it looks like we're the third fastest team, but depending on the track, the Force Indias can put up a bit of a fight. So constructors, we've dropped behind Bottas, so off behind Mercedes even. So ahead of Ferrari, but we need to see if we can maybe take back that top spot. But nonetheless, let's get to the paddock. Right, so you can see from the rivalry screen, we are going to end up losing the rivalry by 1 point. 1 point. We've got the fastest lap of the race, look at that. Right, so we gained a bit more team approval from everyone apart from Mercedes. Got some more career points. Choose your preference. I'm not going to do anything. Oh. overtake challenge now. I'm going to leave them out for now. Right, so let's see how many resource points we got. We've got 703 resource points. Obviously, we're way in on that powertrain, but can we upgrade anything else to try to give us the edge? I mean, Ferrari and Mercedes have made gains in terms of aero over us. Chassis, we're all joint 3, but we could take the lead in terms of the chassis. But weight distribution, weight reduction, tyre wear, drag, rear downforce. I could probably do with upgrading some of that, to be honest, but for now we don't have enough resource points. But let's get into the next race, which we'll do in the next episode, which will be out very soon. So if you did enjoy this episode, remember to give it a like. Leave down below in the comments who you think will win the championship. Now we're starting to get a bit of a feel of how the season could pan out. I mean, we do have plenty of races left. We're only probably about just less than a quarter through this season, but it's starting to shape up quite nicely, and we're starting to form our R&D path. But let me know down in the comments if you think we will actually outperform the Ferraris and Mercedes for the rest of the season. But also share the video around with your friends if you did enjoy, and like the video. We will also make sure you do follow me on Instagram and Twitter for just some IRL updates and stuff like that, or just to interact with me. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you did enjoy, and we will see you in the next one.